I'm talking through 2022, and I don't think I've ever talked about the fact that there are so many people out there talking about how to get rich quick. Now, I have to give a little disclaimer here. I may have shared this before. In fact, I have shared this before. I have produced these episodes that are dropping Monday, Wednesday, and Friday a while back because I got so excited about money and I just started filming episodes. And then I'm dropping them, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. For example, it is April right now, but you're going to watch this in June. It's probably the last couple of weeks prior to the end of June because I've timed it out so that 2023 will be the last week of June, and then in July I will start a fresh set of episodes going into the second half of 2024. Maybe the show will change a little bit. I'm not sure. Maybe I'll do more role plays. Maybe I will ask you guys to send in information. And in fact, I'll do that right now. If you wanted me to do a case study about how well you are doing with your money, and if you want to be anonymous, you can do that. Just give me a first name. But I would need to know things like, what is your income? What is your age? What are your expenses? What are your debts? And maybe I can look at that for you like I did on my podcast, Broken 40 podcast, where I evaluated people's situation and then gave suggestions about things maybe they could do as a money coach, by the way, not as a financial advisor. Financial advisors give advice on what types of mutual funds you may want to go into, etc. So I don't do any of that. I prefer low-cost index funds that ride the market, as you know. Anyway, so I just have never said that before, that, there are a lot of people that you may find on YouTube that are talking about getting rich quick, but I represent, as you know, somebody that has built wealth slowly over time. My thoughts are that people that do it slowly over time are more likely to stay on track than people that take a lot of risk when they're younger and make a bunch of money but then lose it. I don't know. Just my thoughts. I think there are more people out there in the world that you don't even know that got to really great places with their money, whether that be $1 million or more. You just don't know because they're not flashy, right? They're not trying to buy status symbols and things like that. Anyway, so as you know, we are in the year 2022. Relax. Relax. It's my hope that this ASMR format gives you an opportunity to just relax. Listen to me ramble about money because it's something that I love to do. shared in the comments. Some of you have said you're looking forward to me then sharing what it's like to then quit your job and then suddenly be faced with having to pay your expenses from taking money off of your investments. And that will then help you guys as you move forward, because I know many of you may want to retire early. That could be 50 years old, it could be 45, it could be 55, who knows. Anyway, back to 2022. It was an unprecedented year because both stocks and bonds went down. Now that is highly unusual. I do believe, and don't quote me on this, but I think I've heard that bonds usually do better when times are bad, when stocks go down. But 2022, both of those were going down. So for my portfolio that was mixed, 60% stocks, 40% bonds, both of them went down. And I also have some information and notes here about the fact that, and by the way, I didn't know this at the time, but it literally took 2 years for the stock market to get back to its all-time high. So you'll hear people talk about things like that. Do you know what that means, all-time high? The S&P 500, for example, as one indice, because we've got like Dow Jones Industrial Average, and we've got the S&P 500, and I think there's another one I can't remember. But see what I mean? You don't need a lot of knowledge to do great with money, because I don't know everything. You don't need to know everything. You just need to know what you need to know in the year that you're in to save and invest, and you should be fine. Anyway, I'm going off on a little tangent, but now see, I lost my train of thought, which I will do, as you know, from time to time. I can't remember where I was going with that. Oh, it took 2 years for the S&P 500 to get back to close to 4,800. So the S&P 500 has a number, right? And it goes up or it goes down, it goes up or it goes down. Most years it goes up. So in 2022, I believe the all-time high was just under 4,800. I think it was in January. Yeah. And then it took all the way to this year, 2024, 2 years, for it to go down, stabilize, and then go back up to 4,800. Now, all that while I was still investing. That's what we want to do. We want to buy the shares when they're priced lower. So, yay me and yay you. If you were continuing to invest during a 2022, kudos to you, because you would have bought more shares, as you know, because they were priced lower, with the same amount of money that you were putting into the market with every paycheck, into the 401k or whatever it is that you dollar cost average into. But yeah, it really took 2 years to get back. So I don't remember being overly worried, because I had prepared myself for a downward market. And we'll be talking about that in the next couple of episodes. Episode number